Innovation Station starts now, and today, the company behind the Baby Shark song.
Yes, I think if you live on Earth, you probably have heard the song once in your lifetime.
Oh, and I mean, this went everywhere.
Yes.
And when I say everywhere, I mean even American football. Mm-hmm. I love to listen to American football podcasts, and there's an NFL player by the name of DJ Chark.
Oh.
And so on the podcast for a period of time, the announcers would say, DJ Chark, DJ Chark. So I could not escape that song. Everybody knew about it.
Everyone, whether you'd like to listen to it or not, you heard it at least once in your lifetime. Now, that company actually started off very humbly. It was a startup company that was founded in 2010 by three men. Their names are Kim Min-seok, Lee Seung-gyu, and Son Dong-woo.
Is it an education company?
No, all three of them were making video games back then.
Oh, okay.
And then they decided, hey, we want to do something new. We're sick and tired of making video games. We want to make something new. So they tried out a lot of different stuff. You know, they tried to get into education a bit and then medical services a bit.
Wow.
And then, you know, they realized, hey, we lack knowledge in medicine, so let's just stick with education. So in the beginning, they targeted elementary school students, but the response wasn't really good. It was very lukewarm.
With what kind of materials? Like English education?
Yeah, English education or just general Korean education. Because their first sponsor or an investor was actually a publishing company. So they made stuff for them initially, like videos for their material. But then, you know, they realized, this is not really working. So they immediately changed their target audience to toddlers and kids younger than 5-year-olds.
Interesting.
And that's where the Baby Shark song comes into the scene.
So up until that time, you said publishing company. So this was not like YouTube educational material, online stuff. This was, you know, paper, books, stuff that you would use in class.
And then they made contents for these elementary school students. But then, you know, it didn't seem like fun, right? There wasn't a lot of response from the kids or, you know, the audience.
Right.
So they immediately decided to lower the target age to toddlers or young children. And that led to the birth of the pink fox character of that company. That's the main character.
I'm not familiar with that character.
Oh, there's a character. It's like really hot neon pink.
Yeah. Magenta.
Fox. Yeah, magenta-ish fox character. That's like the main character.
Yeah, I think a lot of people know the Baby Shark song and the Baby Shark characters, but not actually that character, the pink fox character. But the pink fox character is actually their main character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's the representative of this company kind of thing. Kind of like Ronald is to the Golden Arches type thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Like there are other characters, but Ronald's like the main dude.
The main dude.
Yeah.
And the main name of the whole brand.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. But actually, this fox was made, it was created on the basis of the fox from the Le Petit Prince. What's the English name of that?
The Little Prince.
The Little Prince.
Oh, wow.
Sorry. I only remember the French title. The fox from the Little Prince.
You mean the design of the design of the
the idea of the character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that book is super popular here in Korea, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. But anyhow, this company did so well that most of its revenue now comes from abroad. It's not just Korea, but actually 65% they say is from abroad. And what was surprising is, you know, before this character or before the Baby Shark song, there were so many animations that were birthed in Korea, right? I mean, we have the little baby penguin character and whatnot, which somewhat became famous abroad. But targeting the U.S. market is really difficult, right? Going from an Asian market. But this company, and especially the song, most of its revenue from abroad is from the United States.
So that song then, when it exploded with popularity, of course, everybody knew about it here in Korea. But for the company, from the lucrative point of view, it's outside of Korea that's making them so much.
Yes, and they've been making so many, what do you call it, like businesses abroad so that they're making so much money right now. And I'll get into that a little later.
We'll learn more about it after this. Avril Lavigne, here's to Never Growing Up.
엄마 상어 어여쁜 바닷속 엄마 상어
아빠 상어 힘이 세 바닷속 아빠 상어
나가시나도 뚜루루뚜루 나가시나도 뚜루루뚜루 나가시나도 뚜루루뚜루 나갔어
샤이빠방 나하일리
뚜루루뚜루 아굴려라 달님 안녕 뚜루루뚜루 별님 안녕 뚜루루뚜루
자장 뚜루루뚜루
우리 아가
예쁜 꿈 꾸려
I like that last very slowed down piano ballad version.
That's a lullaby version.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we heard that song, which will now be stuck in my head for the next 3 days, performed in many different languages there.
Languages and also styles. So we heard the original and then a Korean traditional version that was released for like a Korean New Year's Day.
Oh.
And also in like Tagalog, as well as the lullaby version. So yeah, I mean, what this company does is that they try to get at like subtle cultural differences in their content.
Okay.
Yeah, so for example, not just the Baby Shark song, but they also have a really popular police car song.
But how is the Baby Shark song representative of subtle differences in cultures?
Well, basically, they translate it into different languages. So
Okay.
for that, that's what it is. But
Okay.
for the police car song, like, you know, the police car has a siren, but the siren sound is different in every culture, right? So that's
I
what they try to
see.
do. So
I
it's,
understand.
Yeah, it's different for each song. So some are just translated.
Yeah. So if they made a video, for example, of animal noises,
Yeah.
then it would be different because in Korea, the sounds are different from that in English, for example.
Exactly. But
get
I
it.
think, you know, animal sounds, it has been quite common.
Yeah.
You know, to make in different languages and styles. But, you know, like police car sirens and these things, it wasn't really done by such a huge company,
Okay.
you know, in the past. So I think that's what's really garnering a lot of international acclaim.
That's kind of fun, isn't it? You know, if they did a train one in Korea, it'd be like chick chick pop pop chick chick
Yeah.
pop pop. But in English, if they did, it'd be choo choo.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so they try to catch those subtle differences and incorporate it into their videos, which I think is one of the reasons why they actually succeeded internationally. Initially, they wanted to go in IPTV, but then they realized that it's not working. So that's when they turned to YouTube, and that's when they actually really, really became huge.
But I wonder, how did it? I mean, you know, if we think of like Psy's Gangnam Style,
Yeah.
that finds its way onto the Billboard chart. So it finds its way to the United States music market or other music markets around the world. But how does a song that's made for a 2-year-old
Yeah.
find its way all around the world? When they made Baby Shark, did they know? Did they make different language versions right away?
Not right away.
That's what I was going to ask. Or did they say or see, oh wow, this became popular somewhere else. Let's do a bunch of different languages and this will help us out.
Well, I think K-pop kind of helped that out a little bit. So initially what they wanted to do was they wanted to take a widely known kind of melody and then incorporate a repetitive verse into it and top it with kind of K-pop style music, which was in at that time. So that was their kind of strategy to make this song.
Let's make a K-pop song for a 2-year-old.
No, but that's
Sort of.
genius.
But it is genius.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and kids go crazy over the Baby Shark
Because
song.
the whole thing about K-pop, it's supposed to be about catchy hooks. Like you need something to really capture people's attention immediately. It needs to be an earworm, like you said, it's going to be stuck in your head for the next 3 days. And they did it for the kids Whoa.
Yeah, I know, right?
It also worked on adults.
It did.
For sure.
I don't know if that was on purpose or not.
And on YouTube right now, I just checked, they have 8.3 billion views.
Wow.
And that's number 1 on YouTube right now.
Incredible. That's
Yeah.
the most watched video of all time.
Of all time.
Move over, Psy.
80억.
And also Despacito.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Unreal. So what do they do? What are they doing now? They just continue to pump out different videos. You mentioned a police siren song. Like, is it just different songs?
No, they actually released a movie.
What?
Recently, a feature
Really?
film that stars Baby Shark.
Oh, it's the Shark family.
Yeah, and they go on a space adventure. It was released last year, actually, and it ranked number 5 on Something Flix's top 10 movies in the U.S.
What happens on the adventure?
Oh, what happens? Okay.
You gotta go watch and find out, Steve.
Well, I can tell you a summary. So the pink fox and baby shark Ollie, they travel around space to find the missing pieces of their spaceship that they lost after an incident with a comet. And there's like 27 song tracks in the movie as well, so kids sing along to it.
The OST has 27 songs.
And
Fantastic.
not only that, but on Nickelodeon something, right, on the children's channel, they are airing Baby Shark shorts as well as the Baby Shark's Big Show, which is a new season of animations.
That's amazing. So they
I know.
created a whole thing out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a cool story. Thanks for that, Kaylin. Really interesting.